Hey guys, it's Francis. Today is Monday, January the 6th, 2025. This is my trade review. We'll start off with the first trade. It is NVDA. This was kind of moving similar to the market, I feel like. Let's pull this back a little bit. So at the time, you can see here Qs and NASDAQ pretty much the same. I like that it gapped over this green bar, and I was kind of watching above this dotted line, and I went in. Um, I went in on this bar. I think the entry was 149.75. So right somewhere right here, as it passed this bar, it went up, and I saw a lot of about 150,000 volume get filled and pushed up, but immediately sold. Honestly, this wasn't really a good pattern. There wasn't anything involved, even though there's a bottoming tail here. I decided to get out pretty much at break even, small green, but let's call it break even. This ended up going for 2R, but I didn't think this was that good of a trade. You can argue on the 5 minute on this bar, it would have been better because this actually pushed up relatively quick. Had I gone in on this bar, it may have been different, but I was already in on this bar, so I was feeling kind of uneasy. Second trade was GEV. This was on my daily gap list, gapping over this consolidation here. We'll look at the monthly and weekly. I know it's pushed up quite a bit, but gapping this, I thought there was some significance, the consolidation here. This was honestly a very poor trade on my part because it sold off, and I tried to go on a sell setup. This is not a true sell setup. There's no two higher lower lows and lower highs. I went in right here hoping it'll come back down, and eventually it clipped me. I sold this a little bit early just because I recognized it was a bad trade, so I didn't take a full R loss. I believe I took about 0.67, so let's call it 0.7 R loss, as it moved up here. The next trade I took was Tesla. I was drawing a trend line up here. I know, as you can see on the daily, it's kind of coming down right here, more or less. But anyways, I drew the trend line on the intraday, and I was playing this. I'm pretty sure from the option standpoint, I would have got my 30 cents. I didn't have a clear stop loss, I guess, if you will. I think I set my stop loss as 418 right here. My entry was let me double check. My entry was 416.54 by 418, and I think I was about half R. This ends up going like a full 2R, but this trade wasn't about that. This was supposed to be a scalp play. Again, right now I don't have option subscribe. I'm probably gonna wait until the next month. I'm gonna review the course a little bit more before I get into the full swing of thing, but this was supposed to be an option play. You got 1, 2, 3 touch point, and that's where the short was gonna be. Again, I'm pretty positive this would have been a 30 cents. So I think I sold this very close to break even as it was bouncing up because I wasn't confident at this point. Again, it was supposed to be a scalp. I got a little bit over half R, I think even close to 0.75. So had I had option play, it would have been a little bit easier. This one, similar on the Qs, another option play. I saw it, this little curl going on, and this dotted line was a previous resistance I saw, and I went in right here was let me think, 527.50 by 528, so a 50-cent stop loss. I got a little bit dicey at one point. It went up to 527.90, and then it sold off for my half R, so I'm allowed to scalp half R as per plan. This obviously went a little bit more, but again, that wasn't the point. Last but not least, Apple. In relations to the market, I saw that Apple overextended on the 5 minute, the 15 minute, and as I saw it taper off, it pushed one more on volume, and then it can go higher. So my entry was 247 by 247.50. This was a quick 1R back to an area of support right here, so I sold it for 1R. Again, this went way more than 1R, but my target was the prior pivot. So this hit my target. I think for today we ended off at 1.17 R, so not too bad, not the greatest. GEV was definitely the worst trade of the day. I shouldn't have taken it. But yeah, that's my trade review for Monday, January 6th, 2025. Thank you.